What's up, everybody? So I wanted to do a cool little series every day where I walk through the whole Zealy campaign. So if you didn't hear yet, yesterday the new Leo UI went live. Pretty amazing because we've been working on it for so many months and actually pretty much for like 2 years now, which we figured out live on air yesterday. Starting with the idea for Project Blank and then into the design and development phase, it's been 2 years. So a lot of work went into this UI. And on top of that, we started working on this Zealy stuff, and a Nomad Soul has absolutely crushed it with the Zealy marketing campaign. So first of all, if you haven't heard of Zealy, it's basically like this collaboration platform where you can kind of like build a community on the platform. And from there, you can like create quests for people that are in that community to basically compete for different rewards. So you can create quests, and then you can create like sprints, and sprints are like campaigns. So right now there's a sprint that's going on for the next 39 days, I think. And in that sprint or campaign, we're giving away $10,000 and 200,000 Hive Power and Delegations, along with a bunch of other prizes like NFTs and Leo Power Delegations and all sorts of stuff. So basically in this campaign, 90% of the focus is on promoting the UI, also in building Zealy itself, because, this is just one campaign and we're planning to use Zealy for a lot more. So in these videos, and I plan to do one every day, I'm going to basically walk through a bunch of quests and do them live on air, just to kind of show you how easy it is to, participate in Zealy and rank up, because basically you earn XP for completing these quests. And then you level up, and then as you level up, you can win prizes. So every day, check in. I'll do a video like this where I kind of walk through a few quests, and I'll try to keep them short. Won't make them too long. So let's get started. So to get started with Zealy, you got to get an invite link, and I'll leave one in the description below. You can also see if anyone else is posting a link to Zealy, because there are quests to complete where you actually complete the quest by inviting more people. So if you see anyone else's links, use them. Otherwise, you can use mine. By the way, another disclaimer is that my alt account, which I'll be using for all of these videos, will be not eligible to win any of the rewards in Zealy. So don't worry, I'm not competing for your rewards pool. So I got an invite link, copy paste, and you can see it says you've been invited to join LeoFinance on Zealy.io. So I'm going to hit connect, and then it's going to ask me how to connect. I'm going to say Discord. It's going to ask me to authorize this stuff. And I authorized it, and now I'm in. Here you can choose like a profile image and a username. I'm just going to kind of leave these blank just for the sake of time. It's saying welcome, and you can watch this little welcome video if you want to check it out. Another fun thing about this is that a Nomad Soul really like took charge on this, and I didn't have much oversight at all on any of the quests or anything to do with Zealy, really. So I'm kind of looking at this with fresh eyes as well, which is another reason I wanted to do this, is just so that I can understand what this looks like from your perspective as new users if you're jumping in. So let's see what we're looking at. So we're looking at all quests, sprint quests. You can see all these different tabs. Like I said, this is kind of like the second time I've ever looked at any of this stuff. So fresh eyes on all of this. I know that you can kind of click these and you can see the different quests available. And if you select multiple, it'll show you multiple like this. So let me just hit all of them, and then we can see all of the quests, because I know Eric put a ton of time into these. I think he said there's about 70 quests, but it's not, as a user, it's not going to show us all of the quests until he unlocks them for us to see them. And he actually has to unlock them twice, I think. So he unlocks them so that we can see them, and then he also unlocks them so that we can complete them. So right now you're just seeing the ones that he's let us see, but I know that there's a lot more out there once you kind of start diving into some of these. So let me unselect all of those. I know that there's somewhere in the range of 70 quests, I think. But yeah, so you see get started is the first one. So you've been invited to join LeoFinance's adoption campaign powered by Zealy, 10,000 and 200,000 HP in prizes. Little description. Race begins on April 30th, which was 2 days before I'm recording this. And by the way, we talked about this pretty extensively, but don't feel like joining the campaign late gives you less of, an advantage. Yeah, if you join earlier, you do have a little bit of an advantage, but Eric talked about this pretty extensively, that there's so many quests and so many side quests and adventures that you can complete, that just because someone's been doing the daily and weekly quests, ahead of time of you, doesn't mean that you can't quickly catch up if you start doing a bunch of side quests and really grind on it. So don't feel like it's ever like too late to basically get into the campaign. You can really join at any time and have a good shot at winning. And then also with all the extra prizes and side quests, I feel like if you put even a moderate amount of effort, you're going to win something for participating, even if you don't win the big prize for being number one. But let's see what we got here. So in order to join Road to 10K, you must have a LeoFinance account. So I'm going through this as if I was a fresh user. So I kind of want to see how it would look if you have never interacted with LeoFinance. So it says, in order to join, you must have a LeoFinance account. So I got to go get one. And then also, to claim this quest, post a thread on LeoFinance and send us a link to the thread. The thread can be about anything. So I'm a new user. I don't have a LeoFinance account. Let me click here, and you can see that the new UI is now live. I'm going to click login because I don't have an account. And then I'm going to pretend that I am like really, green, and I don't have any sort of Hive account or anything. So I'm going to do sign up with Twitter. I need a username. Let's go with LeoCaz. See if it's available. Once you verify your username with a selected verification method, you can't change it or continue the sign up process with another username, just so you know. It popped up. I don't know if you can see this, but it popped up a little authorization window. I don't think you can see it, but the way LeoInfra works is for another video. So I hit authorize app. So I got in, I used the Google verification method. You might've been able to see it. I went through a few small hiccups because I've been using all of my social accounts to test this stuff for a few weeks now. But now I got a fresh account, so pretending as if I'm a brand new user. This sounds interesting. This sounds interesting. I'll turn those on. So my first quest, if you remember, is to post a thread on LeoFinance and send a link to it. So I'm going to say, hey, my name is LeoCaz. I joining the Zealy campaign, and LeoFinance looks amazing. Might be slightly biased. Cool. So now I've posted a thread, and so I successfully created an account, posted a thread. Now I'm going to copy the link to this thread. Obviously, if you're a new user, hopefully this little message makes sense. But since stuff is getting posted onto the blockchain, the second after you post it, if you go to the link, it's not going to load because it needs time to index. But then you refresh it, and now you can see it's indexed. Either way, the URL stays the same. So I'm going to copy that URL, and then I'm going to go to Zealy, claim reward, quest claim. You'll receive your reward once we reviewed your claim. So when you complete quests, they go into a review board, and then basically that has to get verified that you actually did it. So I've completed that. It will get reviewed, and then I'll get my XP once it's been successfully reviewed. So now I got to see if there's anything else I can do in here. Let's see here. Daily side quests, weekly side quests. I actually think so once I've done the first one, it has to get reviewed before I can start doing any other quests. That's my understanding. Like I said, I let Eric really, take the reins, and he absolutely killed it with all this stuff. So very little oversight from me. I barely even understand how it works. But yeah, it's looking like my first quest was really just to go to the UI, create an account, and do that first quest so that I could even join this campaign. And then once this gets reviewed, I'm going to assume it says success, but once it gets reviewed, I'm going to assume that I'll level up a little bit, and then I'll be able to complete other quests in the campaign. So this first video looks like it's going to be pretty short, mostly just explaining how this all works. But yeah, complete this first quest. by, you know, going to LeoFinance, creating an account, and then creating your first thread. So you can see that I did all that. And I'm sure you guys will like night mode better. So I did all that, and now I'm going to just wait for my first quest to get approved. And then once that gets approved, I think I'll be able to do some of these other quests. So we'll wait for that. Leaderboard. So there's an all-time leaderboard and there's a current sprint. So all-time obviously is going to show you all like over all the campaigns, and this is our second campaign. So from the first campaign to the second campaign, you can see kind of the full leaderboard. But what's really relevant to winning, you know, the $10,000 and the 200,000 hive power and other rewards is going to be the current sprint leaderboard. So you can see there's a bunch of people already in here. I'm kind of curious to see how many there are. 150 people already. And it's been, you know, 48 hours, not even 48 hours. So pretty cool to see. And we really want this to fill up. We want to hit 1,000 and beyond. And this is just the first campaign. There's going to be a lot of campaigns for all sorts of launches that we do in the future. So I definitely think it's worthwhile to join Zealy, learn how it all works, and really make your way on this leaderboard. Like I said, I think it's I feel like if you're an active member in any sort of capacity and you complete quests and you put some effort into it, you're going to earn something. So even if you don't get the top spot and win, you know, the huge prizes like $10,000 and all that stuff, you're still you're gonna win something if you're active. In my opinion, there's you know, dozens, maybe even over 100 prizes that are going to be given away throughout this campaign. So be an active member, complete a bunch of quests, and I'm sure you'll get rewarded properly. So this is the current sprint. I'll keep an eye on this. Obviously, through these videos, I'm going to try to rank up as much as I can and play the game as if I was a new user coming in. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. We'll see you guys next time. I think I'm probably going to wait until tomorrow, and then I'll log back in by tomorrow. You know, this quest should be approved, and then I can start completing other quests. Yeah, so Eric gave us 3 top tips to win this campaign, and I'll kind of use those tips and talk about them throughout these videos. But one of the big tips is to log in every single day and complete whatever quests are available to you, because there's daily quests and then there's also just like long-term quests. So in these videos, I'm going to complete the daily, weekly quests, and then I'm also going to work on some of these longer term ones, and I'll probably do a few quests every single day. So thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you tomorrow.